Hello everybody, welcome back. So in this series we will talk about React. So it's not with readers, it's basically a simple React we will talk about. We'll see the basics of React, how React handles the view. So let's get started. So you must be hearing about React for so long. I have been hearing this buzzword React, so I thought of exploring it and tell you guys what React is all about. So basically, React is a front-end library developed by Facebook, and later it was open sourced by Facebook for normal usage. Now it is used for handling the view layer of the web app basically, and you can use it in mobile apps as well. There is something known as React Native, which is used for mobile apps. So React.js, the whole idea of React.js lies around the components. So each and everything that we see on a web app is basically a set of well arranged components. I will talk about components in the later half, but just for as of now, you just uh, take a note of this word component. So React is one of the most popular JavaScript frameworks we have right now in the market, and it has basically formed a large community around it. So in this tutorial we'll help you to understand the basics of React, and we'll try to handle each and every concept by showing sample codes. So if you want to work with React.js, you need to have a basic understanding of HTML5, JavaScript, CSS. Even though React doesn't uses HTML, but the JSX part is similar to HTML. Please keep a note of the JSX. We'll talk about it in detail in the next series. And you need to have an understanding of basics of EMAXscript 2015 syntaxes. So that is what you need. You need to have a knowledge of ES6 syntaxes such as imports, exports, classes, prop types. How do you define class, how do you export it, how do you import it, how do you define variables, what is the scope of the new variable that were introduced in ES6, let var and constant, and what is ES6 basically. So I would recommend you to understand those things before we start to React.js. So I will give you a slight hint over here what is React.js. So let's get started from the JavaScript part. You all must be knowing about JavaScript. So in a typical JavaScript world, how would a login work? So let's see that. So let's say I have a web page where I have a header having a div ID goes to login, and it's still I being a user, I haven't been logged in till now. So I will click somewhere and there will be a Jax call that is happening in the background, and that will update my status in the header. So let's say I have clicked and there is a Ajax call that starts. On doing an Ajax call, if my Ajax call is success, I am updating the login div, the div with ID login as you have logged in. So dollar dot login is the ID of the div, so it should be hash because in JavaScript it takes as hash. Sorry for that. So now what happens here basically? So your HTML renders on the basis of DOM. So whatever you see is a DOM. It's in the back side of browser. It's basically a DOM structure, DOM hierarchy that forms in the backend. So and that renders as a view in the that gets compiled that gets translated to a view in the front end. So now what's happening here is that your DOM is getting changed. So now if you want to do any changes in the HTML, the normal HTML you have, the first static HTML you have, if you want to do some changes dynamically, you need to write a JavaScript, and that JavaScript will update the HTML DOM. So it's a direct update of DOM. So please keep it in mind, JavaScript is a direct update of DOM. So we'll see how React does this. React has a concept known as virtual DOM. We will see in the later half how React handles this virtual DOM and what it is all about. So till now, goodbye. Thanks for watching. Please go ahead and like and subscribe. We'll cover the basic state setup in the next series. And we will also be covering Angular versus React because I have been seeing people talking about Angular versus React. So thank you for watching. Thanks.